Hey guys, my name is VanderMeer and I build marketing tip movies right here on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, comment throughout this episode, let me know your thoughts. I'm trying to create and correct. I'm trying to give as much value back to you as possible. Today's episode is for all of the home builders, all of the real estate agents out there that are trying to direct traffic to a specific home, to a show home. And I get this question all the time, so I wanted to make this episode very, very specific, talk about some of the pro tips that I've used and ways to develop that traffic, specifically when you're dealing with a specific location of getting it to one house. All right guys, number one tip for this, and I'm gonna start from the marketing side, the online side, is make sure that that show home, that location is on Google Maps, allowing you to then retarget that location to create ads, search engine ads to that location with a location extension, and people searching for a show home to go to from the online presence will be able to find that location, drive out, and take a look. In today's modern digital world, it goes without saying that that's important, but the rest of this episode, everything else I talk about, isn't going to necessarily relate to what you put online. It's going to be talking about what you do in the real world to try to develop those relationships with people and get them to drive out to your location and take a look at what you have to offer. So this comes to tip number two, and this tip, with a lot of people that I talk to, gets debated back and forth, but I still think it is uber important for you to have signage to your show home on the sides of the road. If the city bylaws allow it, have really, really crisp and clean new signage, not faded signage, new signage to show off your development, your location, and get people to come find your show home. The research still shows that people looking for a new place to live still drive around and look for that specific location. Google Maps and Google Street View doesn't quite do enough. It allows to be an early identifier of where people want to be, but it's not the final solution when people want to see it with their own eyes. Signage is key. Make sure it looks new, make sure your development looks new, make sure the show home looks new. It'll allow people to have a really, really good feeling when they're driving down the road and coming to take a look at what you have to offer. Tip number three, I'm putting the pro tip right in the middle of this episode. This is something that's worked for me in the past, and I think it's going to work for you. Go out and sponsor coffee shops, sponsor small businesses to allow their customers to get a discount or free product. I love it with small coffee shops. You go out and sponsor half of the coffee all day, have the coffee shop match the other half, and what that's going to do is every single customer that comes to the coffee shop is going to get a free coffee that day. They feel good, they leave feeling good, and on the way out, you're letting them know, you're messaging them, telling them just to drop off some sort of food bank donation or come visit the show home for some charitable cause. What that does is it drives people to your location, to your show home. They leave feeling good, they leave the coffee shop feeling good. Word of mouth spreads really quickly, allowing you to get traffic directly to where you want them to go. All right, number four. This is another one that kind of relates to that of giving value and having something that people are coming towards. And that's have something really unique in the home that you're offering. When you're presenting that information out, for example, I've seen people in show homes now have wine cellars through the floor of the kitchen, or have a secret room. Have something that's really unique in your show home that allows people to come take a look just to see what it looks like. I would love to go see a home that has that secret room with the bookcases and a little office that's secluded, kind of like your own area. And I think it's really important to have some of these features in your home. Make it so that people are coming to look at something special. For tip number five, this is another one that I love. You have to be involved in the community. I think everyone knows that. But one of the ways you can do that is by sponsoring events. What I love to see is when you sponsor that event, sponsor the event tickets. Sponsor it so that when people get the ticket, on the back of the ticket, there's some sort of incentive for people to come to the show home, to come take a look at what you have to offer. Or if you're just presenting out the pure value of what you're doing and being involved in the community, just let them know about those unique features that are in the community that you build your show home in, or that are in your show home itself that we talked about in tip number four. Tip number six, and this is probably one you already know, but I think it's important to kind of look at it again. And that is build your show home and be involved in communities where there's a lifestyle, where value is offered. There's a lot of communities that still get built that don't have playgrounds, that don't have certain amenities that people are looking for when they're looking for their new home, when they're looking for the lifestyle that they want to live. So look for those items. Look for the community garden. Look for the toboggan hill. Look for the playgrounds. Look for the things that bring a community together. That's going to make a difference in getting those families out to your show home. It's going to convert into more traffic, more word of mouth, and more people that are walking through that front door with intentions to buy. All right, guys, that's it for this episode. If you're a real estate agent, or if you're a home builder and you have any other tips, put them in the comments below. Let me know how I did. I'm trying to create and correct. I'm trying to get better in every single episode. I keep putting out digital marketing tips and marketing tip videos every single day. I love this. Subscribe, and thank you guys so much.